Going live. Hello. Hello. Thank you for checking in. It's Monday. Motivational Monday. Woohoo. Hello. Ooh, there's YouTube. That's how long the lag is. Hello. Let me say hello to everybody on Google Hangouts and YouTube. I was up all night. I was awake till 5 in the morning. Could not sleep. But anyhow, hello, Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and T-Sis and How's Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Tomlinson and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf and LaCram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Sturgis Guy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and John McCain and N1QOV and Phil Chandler and St. Clinton and Sam and Cosmic Joe and Brett and Terry Sue and Wing Doggy and N1QOV and Boot and Swede. Thank you for checking in. Great to see you all. Hello. And Philip Chandler and Sam, hope you're feeling better. And special shout out to my friend Terry Sue, sending prayers for your mama. Sending prayers for Terry Sue's mother's recovery. From everyone here, we're sending you lots of love. So, woohoo. Hi, everybody. Thank you for checking in. It's Monday. I hope you had a good weekend. And let's see, what did I miss? You guys were writing stuff and let's see. Wow, Linda says, just to let me know how special I am to her, that she had a choice to watch. She had a choice to watch X-Men or X-Files or Supergirl or me. And she picked me. Yeah, well, I bet if X-Files or Supergirl talked back to you, he'd be there. And David Jones says, I should have called him if I can't fall asleep, because he has been known to put anyone to sleep as soon as he starts to talk. Thank you, David Jones. I will keep that in mind. Thank you, Teasus. Oh yeah, those were from those pictures. I put some pictures on Facebook from last Friday for the Grammy Awards event, and I actually have another event tomorrow, so I should have more pictures for you. And I had a nice weekend. And I saw a really good movie, though hard to watch. And Linda says she got a new counselor and she loves her. Woohoo! Good for you, Linda. I hope that's helping. I saw a great movie. It's actually up and will probably win for Best Foreign Film. So you have to read it. It's in subtitles because it's in another language. It's called Son of Saul. And it's about a guy who is during World War II, who's in a concentration camp, and he is part of the team of prisoners, but they're the team, it's their job. I mean, they're being watched over and they don't have any choice. It's their job to run and operate the gas chambers. They get the people in, they clean it up, they do all this, take all of the belongings, and then get rid of the dead bodies. The film is very hard to watch and pretty horrific of what's going on, but it is so well done. It's such a good movie. It's an amazing, fantastic movie and hard to watch. So you have to balance the two. It's really good. Really good film. And they do an unusual way of filming it, and that the guy who's the main character, they're pretty much focused on him the whole time. And what's unusual is like pretty much everything going on around him is like blurred out. So you can tell there's people and guards and and fires and all this horrible stuff going on, but it's all blurry because the whole focus is just this guy. It's living his experience, and it's it really gives you the way they did it. It really puts you there and makes you focus on him, and it feels really real because the chaos and the craziness. And it's called Son of Saul. And if you look it up, there's probably a trailer for it or something. Son of Saul. It's up for best foreign film. Sturgis guy says he got brand new shirts and already has gotten battery acid on them. Wow. Well, as long as that stuff doesn't touch your skin. Yeah, it's called Son of Saul, and it was just it was a horrific film, but really well done. And so this guy, he's got this the guys who are in charge of the gas the ovens, they're kind of like the special team. As far as prisoners go, they have a little more freedom, they have a little more food, they have their own place where they stay, and they work more closely with the guards. But it's a short-term gig in that they're going to have a better time at the camp doing this horrible job, but they get killed faster. Every few months or so, they get rid of these guys. So they're pretty much like dead man walking. They have to do this job. They're going to be killed anyway. It's very like soul-crushing, numbing kind of horrible, where they're killing people, and they're all day long they're dragging bodies out, dead bodies, and they hear people screaming, and then they're burning the bodies. And this guy, so he's doing this horrible job, and he's numb. He barely speaks, and he comes across a body, and he says it's his son, a dead body, and he really wants to find a rabbi amongst the prisoners that are there, find someone who is a rabbi. He just wants to have the body blessed and buried properly. So it's this whole day long of his going back and forth, trying not to get caught, desperately trying to hide this body because it's supposed to be burned. So he steals the body. And he's running around hiding the body and trying to find a rabbi without getting shot, and really desperately. And meanwhile, they're trying to plan an escape. All these things are happening. They're doing this horrible job. And it's like one day in this guy's life where he knows he's going to be killed anytime. His days, they've all found out that they're probably going to be killed tomorrow, that their crew, and they're going to turn over a new crew. So they are making a last-ditch attempt to fight back and escape, and he's trying to bury this body. And anyhow, it's very tense, very, very emotional, and really well done film. But it's a tough subject. I just want to warn everyone, if you do watch it, it's really good, but it is a tough movie. So, hi Sam, thank you for the compliments. So we saw that film, and it was really good, but it was just like, oh, and it also remembers, like, and this isn't like a made up thing. I mean, this was the reality that these people actually lived in. It wasn't like, it also puts in perspective when you think about all your problems and you think about all the things you're upset about, and then you're like, oh, wait a minute, I guess my problems aren't that bad. So, but it was really good. And then we had a wonderful dinner afterwards. I had a nice weekend with Sweetie. Yeah, I was, the whole time I was holding on to Sweetie, I'm like, oh. It's very tense. But I highly recommend it, despite the despite the difficult subject, it was really good, really well done. But it's definitely not like a feel good, like laughing comedy movie. But it is powerful. And sometimes watching a movie that makes you feel that power, it also makes you a little bit grateful. So it does give you an emotional roller coaster ride. Thank you, Tisas. Have a great evening. So and I saw my doctor today, and so this guy says sounds like a good movie to watch for the DVD. Yeah, yeah, or if it comes out on Netflix or something like that. It is a powerful movie, and really amazing how they did it. There's so much of the movie, even though it's in another language, a lot of it's all just talking with the eyes. A lot of times these guys, most of the time, these prisoners can barely talk to each other. So they're just kind of like signaling with the eyes. So even though you have to read the subtitles in a foreign language film, there's not that much dialogue. A lot of it is action. So, anyhow, so that's my recommendation for Son of Saul. It's probably going to win. It's nominated and will probably win Best Foreign Film. And yeah, I have an event tomorrow. Today I saw my doctor, and I went to an audition, and the audition was for this skincare infomercial. And I had to go. This is something I was very scary for me, and I feel very brave that I did it. I had to go to the audition. The instructions were no makeup, zero, nothing, no powder. I'm a little shiny. No powder, no base, and it took an hour to get there, and it's hot again. So I was a little sweaty and greasy by the time I got there. Very shiny. But I went to an audition with no makeup on. I've never, I was like, so Linda says makeup isn't good for you. Well, Linda, that's true, but sometimes makeup is good for other people because you look better in makeup. I don't want to look at you all raw. Ooh, you're hurting my eyes. So no, it was very quick. It took me an hour to get like over to the valley and then back, but they were very quick. Basically they were just taking pictures of people's faces, so it was in and out. They're just taking pictures, like a close picture of your face. So, but they had a ton of people there. So David Jones says, many women feel that being without makeup is like being naked. Yes, I did not. And it was a job interview situation. As an actor, you always want to look your best. Going in where you're not supposed to look your best, going in with no makeup, or casting directors and the producers and all the other people that are going to be there, I was like, ah! So yeah, so I'm very undone today, very shiny, kind of pink. But I talked to my therapist and talked about how I was really nervous about that, and he was like, this is another thing you can push yourself. What's the worst that can? And I was like, oh, okay, I did it. I didn't cancel, I did it. And I have an event tomorrow, and so I got to go to the house tomorrow. So, woohoo! Thank you, David Jones. So I should have in another week or so more pictures from tomorrow's event. So, hi, Jay Dolman. Jay Dolman says, Lorielle, you're sounding more confident. You're improving. Yes, Jay Dolman. I've been doing the therapy like twice a week, and going through all this stuff and seeing all the doctors, and it's helping. It's slowly helping. But you all know how I was like in October and November. I was like a quivering, dribbling, crumbling, crying mess. Ugh. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm doing good. Doing very, very good. And last week I walked twice at night. Not lately, but like 7 o'clock, it's dark. I walked to the store, just a few blocks and stuff, not a dangerous walk. A walk I used to walk all the time and not ever think twice about it. But now it's like going out at night and walking just a couple blocks to the store down the street makes me so nervous. But I'm pushing myself to do the things that are scaring me. Jay says, thanks for liking my video on Facebook. Oh, okay. Good for you. Yeah. Jay is also working through some post-traumatic stress from all of his years as a EMT, emergency driver. You see a lot of things that are probably hard to wipe out of your brain. People in the worst case scenarios of accidents and stuff. I'm sure that sticks in your brain. Some things are hard. Paramedic, yes, that's what I was that is the word I was searching for. Paramedic. Emergency truck driver. I knew there was a better word. Yeah. So, Jay, I have to say that, yeah, therapy helps. And it's weird because every time I go to the therapist, I'm like, oh, this is silly. I'm just sitting here talking like, wow, wow, wow. But you don't really notice it. And it feels like, oh, you're just talking. What good is that? But then when you look back and you see the progress over several months, you're like, okay, well, I guess it is helping. Because I'm getting better. So if you haven't done that, Jay, I recommend it. Paramedic, yeah. I wouldn't want to see people hurt, bleeding and broken and dead or mangled. Ooh, Linda says it always helps her to talk to someone. So yeah, and I was very healthy last week. I made good food for myself, and I took walks. And I went to the thrift store and I bought this lovely T-shirt for $1. I love saying that. Yay! David Jones says, I need therapy, but I don't want to be called crazy because no one calls me crazy. No one calls me Francis. Oh, Francis. Yeah, David Jones, I recommend the therapy because as we saw over the weekend, another guy, middle-aged white man, went crazy, started shooting up random people in Michigan, an Uber driver, while he's driving around in between Uber jobs, just shooting random people in the street. And I know, there's a lot of politicians that are always trying to make you scared about immigrants and Muslims or other religions, other people coming, all these outsiders coming in, and they're going to come in and cause all this violence. Hello? Who's doing all the mass shootings? Almost all the mass shootings. White, middle-aged men. Or crazy, or angry, or both. Off their meds, never went on their meds, yeah. Yes. Most serial killers and most shooting guys is men. There are very, very few women who go on shooting rampages or women serial killers. I don't know why. Because we can let it out! We don't keep it inside! Whew. Well, that feels better. See, now I don't have to kill anyone. Linda says she saw a video that she really liked. It was at the White House, an event for Black History Month. 106-year-old woman, African-American woman, met the wonderful Barack Obama and his First Lady, Michelle, and she was just dancing. First of all, she was 106 and like moving. This woman, 106, she's dancing and happy, like happier than she can imagine. Imagine 106. So she was born in like 1910. Imagine this woman, her parents could have been slaves, or her grandparents. She was born in 1910 to people who, I mean, crazy to think about. She went through, you know, just the technology that went, like, you know, all of a sudden people were driving cars and, you know, television and phones and light and the whole like world, and now the internet, and like 19, and she was just besides herself, looking, saying that she's 106 in the White House and 106 dancing with the Black president and his wife, and it was beautiful and really touching and sweet, really sweet lady, and I thought that was awesome. I really enjoyed it. If for anyone who hasn't seen it, if you don't like that video, you must have a heart of stone. So if you haven't watched it, watch it. It's very sweet. Jay says the reason men shoot people and men are serial killers is because of testosterone. That's it. Let's make testosterone illegal. That's it. Instead of banning guns or making it putting restrictions on people with mental problems from buying guns, let's just ban testosterone. Hey, don't I need that? Yeah, but you know, a lot of times when they show people that are 100 or 103 or something, they're sitting, they can barely move, they can barely talk, you know, they can barely hear, and you know, they're old, they're pretty much just sitting there and not really like aware of what's going on. They're kind of slow to get things and have a conversation. Even if they don't have dementia or Alzheimer's, they're just, everything's slowed down. Hearing, talking, understanding people. It's really, this woman, 106, she was up on her feet dancing, and you would have thought she was like 80 or 75, like a really active 75 who still walks around her yard or something, not 106. I've never seen somebody that's 106 like so vibrant. Sturgis Guy says, oh my God, this Jim Beam cinnamon flavored booze is delicious. Oh, wow. Cinnamon flavored. That sounds delicious. David Jones says when he gets to be 106, he wants a job at the Russell Stover's factory so he can get candies to keep in his pocket. And Linda says she has finally solved the problem of the cell phone. It's taken her last 2 years of nonstop. She's tried 100 phones and every carrier possible and cases. She's had every case, every carrier, every phone available. Finally has settled on one that she likes. Okay, maybe it was less than 100, but yeah, but she is now satisfied with her cell phone until they come out with a new updated model. Tisa says he was doing shots this weekend of Fireball. Oh, I had, when Sweetie and I had a wonderful dinner, salmon over the weekend, and I had, I like this flavored vodkas. I know I've told you that. Melon flavored. It smelled and tasted like cantaloupe. No, the green melon, musk melon. It smelled like the green melon. It was like so fruity and like, and then with, I had it with just with Diet Coke. And it was so good. I was like, oh, this is delicious. Like a honeydew melon, yes. Honeydew, that's the other name. Musk melon, honeydew melon. Marcel, no. No! No, Nurse Marcel. Not yet. But thank you for asking. I'm okay. So, no, tell me again why women are never serial killers. David Jones suggests I get Sweetie drunk and take advantage of him. Well, you know, I've tried that, David Jones, and there's a very fine line. There's a very fine line between have a couple drinks feeling happy and asleep. It's a very there's only like an inch of leeway between happy, 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 sleep. So yeah, but we had a nice time. Yeah, exactly. Marcel, I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, what kind of ring? Sweetie's kind of conservative. He doesn't play with those kind of wacky things and rings. What kind of? He doesn't do. Oh, and speaking of, now that I'm on the subject of I'm thinking about, I've got sex on my brain. A new report was just let out. Historians are now releasing information because now we talk about things that would have been kept secret a long time ago. Talking about people who examined and did autopsies on Hitler, on his anatomy. They've released records that the autopsy that Hitler had some sexual dysfunctions with his anatomy. I'm not to say that the whole World War II and the Holocaust was just a huge example of overcompensating, but basically, yeah, in a really bad way. Basically, he had only one testicle. One was inside, never came out when he was born, and a very small, deformed, non-functioning or barely functioning penis. And an unusual, yes, like not just tiny, but tiny, like a belly button. And he had a birth defect, which is very rare, but sometimes happens when things don't develop in the infancy normally, where because only one testicle came down, his urethra, where the pee comes out, which is supposed to be on the end of your penis, was at the base where the other testicle should be, which means pee didn't come out of his penis, which means he had a little tiny penis and basically pee came like a vagina. Okay? That is why we had World War II and the Holocaust, because now we know. He had to sit like a girl. And yeah, so his whole need for control and dominion over the world and killing people and all this hate. Yeah. So that is the saddest thing I've ever heard. Well, except for the fact that he actually killed like 6 million people and caused immeasurable damage to the entire world. Thousands of people in so many different countries died. And now we know the root, to speak, the root of where all of his issues developed. Tisa says, even if it's not real, it's a real story. Linda says she doesn't know if she believes that. It's been reported on several reputable news sites. Not like you know, there's like fake story sites. So I don't know. I'm just you can do your own research to see if it's true. Linda said, okay, I didn't see anything. That's what she said. Off with her head. Dare you mock the Fuhrer? Oh, yeah. So yeah, more than we wanted to know, more than you wanted to know about Hitler's genitalia or lack thereof. But now we live in a society where we find out all the dirty secrets. Nothing is too horrible to be revealed. So, oh my goodness, it's already 5:55. How did that happen? Where did the time go? I am just about to sign off, but I will be back tomorrow for Tasty Tuesday. And I should have some show and tell for you. Maybe I'll have some tasty stuff to share. David Jones says, I hope by tomorrow you've gotten your mind out of the gutter. Stop thinking about penises of horrible, despotic, evil people. Yeah. So yes, let me say goodbye to everybody. Let's never talk about this again. This subject matter is banned forever. All right, I'm just about to sign off. Let me say bye, Jay. Bye, everybody on YouTube. Let me say goodbye to everybody, Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tesis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Mark Mean and Starvaven and Angie Jonas and Angie Tomlinson and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Edger Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Sturgis Guy, Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and John McCain and Red Stapler and Wing Doggy and N1QOV and Joe Barney and Cosmic Joe and Jerry Dahlman and Sam and St. Clinton and Terry Sue and Brett and Gluten Swede. Let me make sure I got everybody. Sam in St. Clinton. All right, kisses for everybody. I love you. Bye, Wing Doggy. Thank you for your messages. Bye. I love you. Thank you, Linda. Bye. I'll see you tomorrow. Tasty Tuesday. I was supposed to motivate you today, wasn't I? Did I motivate anyone or just turn you off? Matt motivated me to search the internet for horrible pictures. No. Yeah, we talked about mass killings and Hitler's genitalia. I'm sorry. I apologize for this content. Sorry, I've subjected you to this horrible visual picture. Bye. Tisa says he's turned on. Oh. Yes, like I said, therapy. Bye, I love you.